This question here then asks us to find three solutions to this equation, and we need to give our answers as fractions if that's necessary. So to start off, if we can find one factor of this, then we could divide through by that, and after we divide through by that, we'll end up with a quadratic which hopefully we can solve. So in order to find the first factor, let us use the factor theorem, which states that if we substitute in a value, let's imagine a value, let's substitute in a value of say 1 here, then if when we substitute it in it equals 0, then we know that that is a factor, that number there, or negative of that number is a factor. Let's do that. So substituting in 1, we would have 10 times 1 cubed minus 29 times 1 squared plus 25 times 1 minus 6, which gives us 10 minus 29 plus 25 minus 6, which gives us 35 minus 35, which equals 0. So that says to us then that x minus 1 is a factor. If we divide through this function by this equation by x minus 1, we'll be left with a quadratic which hopefully we can factorize and find the other two factors. So let's do that. X into 10x cubed is 10x squared. X times 10x squared is 10x cubed. Minus 1 times 10x squared is minus 10x squared. Let's take that away. Minus 29x squared minus 10x squared changes that to a plus, so we would end up with minus 19x squared. X into minus 19x squared equals minus 19x. X times minus 19x equals minus 19x squared. Minus 1 times minus 19x equals plus 19x. Take that away, and 25x take away 19x is 6x. X into 6x goes plus 6. Plus 6 times x equals 6x. Plus 6 times minus 1 equals minus 6. And if we take that away, minus 6 minus minus 6 equals 0, which is no coincidence, equals 0 here. When we substituted in 1, we got 0. So that confirms that we've done the right arithmetic here, and we've got 10x squared minus 19x plus 6 as our quadratic that we need to solve. So let's have a go at solving that. 10x squared minus 19x plus 6. Now notice we've got a coefficient here that isn't 1, it's another number, it's 10 in this case, a non-1 coefficient of our x squared term. So multiple ways to solve this. The way that I like doing it is let's multiply the a and the c term together, so we end up with 10 times 6, which is 60. Factors of 60 then that make 19. Let's see if we can do that. We have got 20 and 3. We've got 15 and 4. Yeah, 15 times 4 is 60. 15 and 4 make minus 19. Minus 15 minus 4 makes minus 19. So I can rewrite this now as 10x squared minus 15x minus 4x plus 6. Sometimes I'm asked, does it matter the order that you put these factors in? Because I could have easily said 4 times 15, not 15 times 4. And here I would have minus 4x and minus 15x. Actually, it doesn't matter. You'll see that we get the same factors at the end. So if we factorize each of these sections here, if you like, 10x squared minus 15x. Let's factorize those first two terms. 5 goes into both of them, x goes into both of them. 5x into 10x squared goes 2x. 5x into minus 15x goes minus 3. In other words, 2x times 5x is 10x squared, just checking. Minus 3 times 5x is minus 15x. Here we would have, let's see, minus 2 multiplied by 2x, because 2 goes into both 4 and 6, and minus 2 times minus 3 here. This is no coincidence. Look, 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3. That shows we are on the right track here. Our feedback loop here is coming back that we are on the right track. So to factorize this, one factor is 2x minus 3, and the other factor would be 5x minus 2. So our three factors are x minus 1, 2x minus 3, and 5x minus 2. And we know that those three factors from our original question here equal 0. So that means that either x minus 1 equals 0, which implies that x equals 1, or 2x minus 3 equals 0. So that would imply that 2x will equal 3 and that x will equal 3 over 2. Or we could say that 5x minus 2 equals 0, and that would imply that 5x equals 2, so x would equal 2 over 5. So our three solutions here, x equals 1, 3 over 2, or 2 over 5.